So the meaning of life is that as human beings, we should maximize the amount of total dopamine we receive throughout our lifetime to as many different sources as possible. So at the end, you have generated as much dopamine as possible, but you've done it through many different ways. People will say the meaning of life is to make a lasting impact on the world, but that is largely symbolic. Making an impact on the world is nice, but the world will explode a few billion years from now, so you wouldn't have changed anything. Humans are animals and mortal animals who won't change the world. Animals, or at least humans, are gifted with ability to feel pleasure. Many aspirations, such as being rich or successful, ultimately stems from the wanting of more pleasure. It's simply biological. Our lives are limited. We work to get money, then to use that money to get things that are used for our pleasure. We are reactionary animals, a bundle of nerves, and we should use that to our advantage. Um, money, money is made solely because we can use it to buy things, and unique things that we can derive pleasure from. Um, the more expensive an item is, the more unique it is, as due process from microeconomics. However, the uniqueness of it is what makes the pleasure divulged from it more. And remember, the meaning of life is that you want to maximize the amount of total dopamine while also getting it from as many different sources as possible. Um, and I guess this deviates from solely singular items, but money literally buys us happiness. Money can buy us drugs, a first class ticket, skydiving permits, sex, etc. People work super hard their whole lives in high paying jobs just so they can experience more pleasure towards their latter days, but that inadvertently decreases the total chances and amount of dopamine that they could have received. So just something to keep in mind. And this is why people do things, unpleasant or pleasant. We read to get knowledge, to use to get money, to get more dopamine. Or we read simply to get dopamine from it and another channel as well. We work jobs, we study for tests, we go out on runs. And I'm not saying work is unavoidable. You have to work in order to not be homeless. That is just how the system works. At the end of the day, our lives are totally meaningless. Nothing will change with or without us. We are lucky to be here, and it is our duty to make the most of it and to feel good.